from you there, Chad. What's catching your eye?
Team Liquid have bought so much utility on this pistol round. It's absolutely insane. They only have 2 sets of Kevlar. Oh, there's Jerry.
Is that Jerry?
That's Jerry.
Jerry won the drop.
That's FaZe fan Jerry. But
Respect.
anyway, back to the game. Liquid, 2 smokes, 3 mollies, and 2 flashes. This is just an A execute every day of the week. 3 players starting mid from FaZe so they can rotate quickly, but they have no util. So if they're not ahead of this execute, or they're not playing retake for the execute, they're just going to be burnt to smithereens. Right now, it is just Rops back with the site, lining this up, so quite a technical pistol out of Team Liquid.
Yeah, technical is one word for it, for sure.
They'll get the bomb down.
There's no doubt about that. What's Rob supposed to do with all of this? Util on his face. You can't be cake, you can't be bricks, you can't be pillar. But can they win this one? Oh, positioned perfectly. Yakinda catches Carrigan. A bit of a masterful start to their pistol. It would have been lovely to have found Frozen, but that'll do instead. Naf clears out Rops. It's Rain progressing in from Cam. Twist close. Oh, deleted. Nice start. Naf, however, another. It's Katie and good for one. And another!
Both pistols for Team Liquid. It's going to feel real good. Brings it back to just a 1-round game.
That's an ambitious pistol, gotta say.
Hey, if there's any aggression and you lose pieces early, or if they just go all in, like imagine if they push main with a flash over the top and you're all just sitting out there, could start to fall apart. So they stick the landing on this. FaZe are going to force, not going to take the full eco.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, this is. 3 Mac 10s out
whoa.
on the other side. Galil AK. Couple mid mollies. One in that full space. Frozen. Okay. They haven't extinguished to facilitate that fight, but now they need to back off in a big way.
You're getting HEs thrown at you. You've just heard a Mac MP9. The jig is up regarding the buy.
Still get the mid space. 3 players across. The 4th of Yakinda worried about the flank. Skull's just playing rugs. FaZe only have limited utility to be able to block. Fortunately for them, they're not feeling much pressure elsewhere.
Oh, that smoke will do wonders in terms of holding the T side from taking the space, perhaps realizing that there's a lot of bodies on A. They've put 4. Gamble towards A. It really is about the decision made here.
Because if you push out main, you know how tough it is having to deal with rugs. Maybe, just maybe, they will split into this side.
Oh my god, yeah, they are. They're running straight in. And there's a lot of bodies here. This could go horribly wrong. It's going one way. Naf finds another. Still though, Rob's frozen. It's all gone wrong. Team Liquid, they run straight into the 4-man stacked site. There is very low HP on 3 of them. Bomb loose in the site. They ran through it. Arrogant. Oh no, it's Robs again. A double kill from Robs. Twist, no HP, should be no way in. And there you have it, FaZe Clan. A forced by victory to regain control. Round 2. They leave with Galil's chat. They leave with an AK.
That's got to be prep to essentially have 4 players starting, quote unquote, towards A, right? They were fighting middle and they had it premeditated because they already had the extinguish available from Frozen on that initial fight. And then they just gamble stack towards A when there was no info. So that has to be prep right there.
As well as that, I think the smoke towards cameras, you're lulled in. You're like, okay, that's one guy panicking on A site, trying to throw out the util to delay us. You commit and you die. Tech Knight. Oh dear, Team Liquid. Short-lived celebrations after the pistol. FaZe are in control now.
Now they're gearing up for a B execute.
Which they seem perfectly prepared for.
Yeah, Cadian on this little smoke jiggle. See this a lot from Hooksy when G2 are playing. Tim and Rain to lock down B. The 2 of them have been struggling.
Carrigan's not ready. He's been caught off guard. Running him down. Good work from Naf. Yakinda built upon it. They've taken him space, and down goes Carrigan and Rain. 2 underperforming players on Anubis. That has gone horribly wrong.
Save this one, lads. You've just given over absolutely everything.
Yikes.
Whatever forced Carrigan back, it completely put him and I guess they're in transition to start playing more passive either way. Couldn't have been at a worst possible time. That's Counter-Strike.
Yeah, that's Counter-Strike, all right. Cadian's even going to be taking A main. He's going to try and find himself a rifle. There's 3 available. Frozen Stairs might find twists. Yes, he will. Cascadian pivot to try and find that retreating Galil. He's gone rugs. It doesn't look like anything's going to be occurring unless Brokey gets caught off guard. He's ready for it. But Team Liquid, they'll take the round. I mean, that was a scary one. You only had Tech9s. You've been humbled in the second round 4, so now we find them in a bit of a tussle.
That's the thing if you're FaZe, you are going to continue to go for the buys here. You want to lock horns financially. Naf's done some real impact this game. Yeah, he's having another rough one. And that's after a great group stage where he was firing. Well, they're going to operate with MP9s for Carrigan and Rain. Been able to prioritize util.
So
They've changed the CT setup phase because normally I think they had Carrigan playing middle.
they're coming for you, and it's Dried, flying MP9 from Rain. That's a nice contribution. He's removed Yakinda from the equation. No options for Naf. They've been held at bay by 2 smokes in quick succession. Doesn't seem like it's going to deter them.
Left side smoke available from Cadian. Space for Skulls at A main if he'd like to investigate. And Naf getting on this left-hand side for him, right for the CTs, can always be pesky late within the round. So all they need to do is apply light pressure. Carrigan searches for info, gives one back, 4v4.
Yeah, this is where Skulls is surely a dead man. Can't adjust to Robs. Good timing on the swing.
This was, they have to go B now.
You'd certainly think so.
The gap they're trying to skip through middle.
Yeah, but they're already pushing. Frozen's going to catch a glimpse.
Bomb spotted.
Bomb spotted. Cadian is none the wiser. FaZe are in prime position to take this 9th. It's Robs, he's got the perfect angle, and it's, a dink exchange. Twist has opened up the A site. They've just abandoned it. Completely abandoned now. Naf becomes a late piece. Brokey's still on the side. That's a big problem. This retake is on like Donkey Kong.
Got a lot of space. An awful lot of space. Twist might have to keep searching and go for a crazy clutch.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. So Cadian, he's hearing this. He knows what's required of him, an awful lot. That's what. Back turn, gets the first. No immediate response from Brokey. Now he's confirmed his location. Twist coming late. Brokey seemed ready for it. Cadian's living. Oh, he's hit the first. Time sensitive. Frozen, fake, Twist, jiggle, Frozen, I don't know if he's got time. I'm not so sure, he doesn't know either. He's scratching his head, it's a clutch. Twist has done enough.
The around the world maneuver. Around where the chips were down, they find a way into the A site, and Twist pulls off the most audacious play.
Crazy.
He's just vying for the fact that Cadian has to stay alive, has to get some impact by just enough time to allow this to take shape.
Brokey even knew about it. He even was checking for it. No wonder they're popping off. They played it. Look at the hype. You know that's going to get the testosterone, the adrenaline pumping through their veins. 8-8 FaZe. Get Neo on the mic.
Ever wise, Neo. Looks like he's trying to keep the mood high. Still a smile on his face. A man who's seen it all. So plenty of twists and turns available.
Twists, indeed.
Well, they are going to have to give over the financial control. Double, or consecutive rounds, I should say, for Team Liquid. Has broken the finances. FaZe, they'll take a save. 2,400 going into the next. Some early harass over towards B. Through Canal and B main. Look at this. You're already across if you're Naf. Catch that one, Rain. Cadian might get caught off guard. The nade hits the mark and they can correct thanks to Skulls. Working Rops to find. Bad from Rops. Brokey, 19 kills. He's been having a game. Him and Frozen. Deep within the double digits. See if they can either do some more damage or grab this gun. Already being guarded by Yakinda.
Yeah, he takes that and gets the hell out of dodge. There's nothing they can do with the smoke down, the covering fire of Skulls. So good mitigation from Liquid, not going to give too much away, just the death of Cadian.
Now, I'm questioning, do Team Liquid start the round a little bit slower and see if FaZe want to throw an aggressive maneuver? Try to maybe a T-stairs smokes and push out of A main. Plenty of options available. None of them feel great on the CT side, but with only about 4,400 across the defenses, there will be some emissions. Carrigan, again, having another rough map, but it's not like we normally turn to him and say, oh yeah, we're expecting him to put up a lot of numbers. We don't. That was the actual difference during the group stage result. He's fragging when others weren't.
We've certainly had a competitive series, even in the absence. Oh, Roki.
You're not getting away from here.
He is trapped. Now he's noted. A nade to try and catch him. Roki. He knows the jig is up, but it's actually Yakinda considering a progression towards Dark. Carrigan responsible.
But just look how much pressure you're under on the CT side.
Yeah, for real.
Like, you've got a smoke, 2 flashes, and an incendiary to work with the rest of the round. There's a minute 10. You have no real control of anything.
And you leave mid essentially open. You've just got frozen jiggling.
Carrigan has to either fight or fly. Fight!
Fight is the option he's chosen, Chad. And oh, Yakinda gets away unscathed. Carrigan still trapped and eliminated. That's too easy for Yakinda. Now floating through. Spotted on the jiggle. Frozen will dump his util. They're wrapping. That was the bomb. Skulls may have misstepped there. The bomb is lost. Needs to be retrieved. Cadian with the AWP has to brave it. Gets it back. They're wrapping. Be
25.
nice if Yakinda could join them. It's really a bit tight now. It's a bit tight. Brokey, the star of the show for FaZe. Should have something. It's Twist that finds him. Lovely double. We've got ourselves a 10th. Team Liquid pulling apart the CT side. High pressure for FaZe right off the get-go.
Feels like they had absolutely no idea the CT rat was a possibility because of those loud steps. Brokey was just so focused, and then they had to worry about B main and Dark. Now they have to worry about losing everything. Yakinda takes down another. It is just kind of frozen over towards CT spawn to find. This one does feel like the third map of Mirage is going to be necessary to separate the two of these teams. Cadian, more than aware, Frozen loses his life, FaZe lose everything, Liquid double digits, 3 more rounds.
Well, when you say it like that.
It has to be another partial investment for FaZe. The real problem there, when Carrigan swings for the duel, and the initial exchange doesn't go down, the molly is 7 seconds. So he has to sit there and wait, and then at that point, well, Yakinda's not picking. If he goes wider, then maybe somebody comes and picks from the arch, from T-stairs.
Right.
I just have to wait for this fight. Oh, they're going to throw an uppercut. Fast A.
Yeah, fast A with Robson Carrigan to receive. What have you got? What have you got? Naf has to clear this well. He's done it. A team kill from Yakinda says, that's enough, Naf. You've done enough. I'll win the round from here. He certainly will find another. Rain with a 5-7, only the one. Now Rox is in that smoke and he's just been sprayed on down by Twists. So an 11th round with a, uppercut. I like the way you frame it. Just kind of removes any mystery. We're coming, here we come. Oh, they hit the shot, but covered by Skulls. We have an 11th for Liquid.
I wonder if Carrigan brings back out the org, that he's feeling the pressure. Now he has immediately equipped. Oh, he sold it back. I guess he needs you to. Okay. He did equip the org straight away, I promise. Roki AWP, diffuse kit on Rain.
Oh, a different start here. 2 starting mid. Brokey searching. Cadian, yeah, he's thinking twice about how he's going to approach this angle. And Brokey gets away with murder. Damage is done. Cadian, you can hold that for as long as you want. Brokey's already accomplished his mission. Good little chip damage as well from the HE. It's Robs, puts Twists on notice. Susceptible now to a one-bullet headshot.
But that AWP kill, or at least knowing where it was, has completely rerouted Liquid, who was setting up for an A execute. Now they're looking to punish this B side.
Okay, well, there's only two of them here. It's Brokey responsible for Dark. And he's actually going to go a little further forward. Ready for this. Misses his shot. Good incendiary. It limits Skull's trade potential. Oh, so much pressure.
Back to A, the pendulum swings.
It does. Frozen's got to throw out. Oh,
well blocked.
Beautiful timing. Okay, now it gets uncomfortable
they
for
can
Liquid.
break this. They have a HE and a
Oh,
flash.
that's the play. But he's playing close. He is playing a close angle. Frozen, good for the multi-kill typically. They're audible about this. Frozen dips back. Flash comes in. So does the bullet. It's Naflight to find him. It's up to Robs. One tagged. He gets away. Can he pick pivot for another? Yes, he can. It's all Robs on the A site. FaZe have been given some hope. Thanks to Robin Cool. And just like that, a ninth is on the board.
It's a Brokey and opener and closer there, but it's really the Rob's statement three-piece. Like Frozen, they double flashed. They were more than ready for him close, especially after that smoke. This was the opener from Brokey. Great stuff, but Rob's so annoying, right? They feel like they're flipping over every rock. And Robs reveals himself for a pretty three-piece. Mac 10 in the hands of Yakinda. Could have been dropped an AK. So, if he wants to use this a little bit more aggressively, doesn't seem like it. Twist lining up Util to try and fight for this mid-control. Oof. Another one of those. Both teams with some real flubs of Util throughout this series. Skull searching. Naf not far behind. Again, it's Rain and Carrigan on B. No support close. They need to hold on. A couple of kills between them required for this to be a round.
Oh, Yakinda might have been tempted to go, and just as Rain looks away, Yakinda, oh, still goes down. Traded by the AWP. They're into the B site. It looks great for Liquid here. Rain's not having a great time on this B bomb site, that is for certain.
When was the last time Carrigan had a kill?
24 ADR, he's not had a good day at Anubis.
The B bomb site's really tough.
It is, oh absolutely it is. Main's essentially a given unless you invest heavy resources to take that space. And then Dark seems to be, you know, coming the same way for Liquid. They'll take that.
It's on such timings, that position. You just saw a perfect example. Oh.
He has to acknowledge. He has to. His teammate's gone down, turns his back, and there's a Mac 10 in his face.
I'm trying to look for I think the last time Carrigan had a kill was round 9.
It's not smiling at the moment, that's for certain. One round is all we need to see 3. Mirage.
This B bomb site is going to keep getting abused. And the way that they fix it is by putting Brokey's AWP over towards that side of the map, which then removes it from other quadrants, right? It can't be towards A main. They are going to rock a double AWP setup. Okay, that's one way to deal with it. Robs with an AWP, the same for Brokey. Carrigan with an AUG. That needs to be the difference maker for him in the fragging output. Like, he just needs one. We're not saying he needs to have like a massive round, but when they come to his side, they knock on the door of B, which right now is a leaky bloody sieve. Makes sense. If your sieve ain't leaking, take it back.
Yeah, that would be a bowl.
Well, they've taken this time out. They've had a 30-second conversation with Neo. Brokey's lining up an aggressive T-stairs smoke. This double AWP setup that is in play. Is the smoke just to stall out Liquid from going fast? Is it just to put questions into their mind, or is there intent behind it? Well, let's find out. They have to play Brokey towards B. This B bomb site, it ain't it.
Cadian knew what was coming. And Rain, he's forcing the issue here. They haven't tried this one yet. Pushing deep into enemy lines here. They're
aware.
Yeah, that HE is a bit suspicious. He'll think twice about committing.
Full reroute all the way back through T-Spawn, Cadian and Yakinda.
FaZe have used 3 of their smokes already, just 2 remain.
I think fortunately Carrigan has some left, so he can start to pipe that over. How good is this execute going to be? They can smoke off everything that their heart desires. Going back to do the deep dark smoke, so late within the round. And that's going to force Rain to either play ahead of it or behind it.
Carrigan, vision obscured. They're going to need that smoke. Carrigan, he's playing the edge of it though. Yakinda jumping in, he's somehow got one. How did Brokey just find a double no-scope? Triple no-scope! Good grief, what was that? And they might still lose it. Attempting gap, Twist licking his lips. Confirms Dark is not occupied. Robs with a double AWP retake if they get this bomb down. Bomb on the back of Nav, 20 seconds to solve this puzzle. Getting himself across into the frame. Braves the flames to get the plant and goes down to Frozen. We have to find out what happened there.
That must have just been a no-scope through the smokes they're entering. Like that, there you go, you can see the bodies lined up.
Oh,
he's just taking a pot shot.
Well, you said they have to put Brokey B, Chad.
They do, like, it's their only option, isn't it?
Yeah, but if that's the only option, surely you're going to be nervous about A.
Catch this one in the replay.
Boom.
There it is. So that, yeah, there it is. So from behind the smoke, the no-scope, and then Carrigan caught with a naked in his hands.
Triple no-scope.
Just under fire.
When do you see those? A collateral and a third. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, it's easy to shrug off.
You say that's a fortunate round from Brokey. Let's go again.
It's easy to shrug off.
Well, they don't have the double ops this time round. Robs is going to be rocking an AK.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. 100 and even more. Cadian's ears are ringing, his limbs are hanging. On by a thread.
Might be on for another overtime.
Yeah, it's looking that way, isn't it? Liquid, what can you do with this? I mean, you've got to be so careful. They fumbled their util a little there.
Rain HE comes in, that could be good.
You might think about it now. Even if it's just to clear the smoke, it could catch skulls.
3 across middle, huge gap available.
Bang! How much util damage has this round seen? My goodness, Skulls and Cadian yet to see an enemy with 5 and 1 HP respectively.
Fortunately, Brokey is watching. That's the fight.
He's gone now. Rain will find him. Finishes off the job of the nades. Brokey's AWP set for success. A beautifully timed double scope. Cadian will catch him. Despite the 1 HP, Robs is still alive. They know the A main player's here. And Yakinda, just as he mantled up, has gone down to Robs. Dipping back towards the site. Cadian planting. It's a great headshot from Robs. Cadian, sure you can plant, but you can't win this one. Robs confirms it. The final round of regulation looms.
Very, very important plant. It was only 1,900 as the loss bonus. They all had somewhere between 1 and 1.5k. So the bomb goes down. That is going to help this buy for the final round of regulation out for Team Liquid. Huge. The nade damage, that was a statement piece for FaZe. But they have battled back in. Managed to pick up 3 out of the last 4 rounds.
Yeah, thanks to Brokey on 25, Frozen 19.
I feel if you're Liquid, you may as well actually burn both of your remaining tactical timeouts back to back, right? They've used their second right now. You may as well use the third, because if it goes to overtime, you can't take them with you, and you get one anyway.
I see you.
So give yourself a minute, because Twist is the only one who can't buy a rifle. He's got 2.8. Everybody else has enough to get on an AK or a Galil with util. So there's more than enough, and they are starting to prioritize util. Looks like they only needed the first 30 seconds.
Well, they had 3 map points, Chad. Now they've got 1.
As far as the firepower department goes, FaZe has them covered. 2 AKs, an A4, an AUG, and an AWP up against 2 AKs, 2 Galils, and a MAC-10. Everyone's got head armor as well. Unfortunate news for Twists. I really want to punish this B side. Dark Smoke lands, forces Util out of range. It's Frozen playing B alongside of Carrigan and Rain. And they're running essentially the exact same setup as last time round. However, this time it's Brokey probing into A main. Rob's covering off towards Connector. They can always chop and change. That would seem like a good time to pull that off.
Oh, Robs is in trouble. He's lucky to get away with his life there. The connection of the Galil puts him on notice. Carrigan.
Okay, nades in their hands.
But he's not going to see anything. He saw nothing. The util sail over. He knows where that's coming from. So, spots the head of Yakinda. Are they expecting this? He could catch them. Oh, it's not gone well. Team Liquid, they've given themselves an advantage now by virtue of the frag from Nav. They're pressuring Rain. Can he be the hero? Can he force OT? Still finds one! Despite the Mag 10, Cadian to plant, it's problematic. Rops, Brokey. Surely, a map 3 required now. Yeah, Brokey only the one. And Robs, that 10 HP from Skulls and the Galil. FaZe already resigned themselves to the fact of the matter. And that is that we're going the distance. Mirage required to separate them. Team Liquid, FaZe Clan, all three. Liquid taking in regulation.
We had some conversations on the desk that maybe we didn't really know what to expect from Team Liquid coming into this event. But honestly, you guys have surpassed my expectations. You're looking really good. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good because this is my second IEM and my first big stage. So it means a lot to me to play like in front of this amazing crowd. The fans are giving like some amazing love, and it's just awesome to play in front of them.
Going into the matches tomorrow and potentially further on, what's the conversations? What's happening today? I mean, obviously you're doing media now, but what's the plan for later on today?
Keep the process going. So review a little bit of what happened yesterday, learn from it, prepare for the matches, and get a lot of rest. I think we need to be in a really good mental state to play and enjoy in front of the crowd. Think not just for myself and Skulls, for everyone else, it's nice to play in front of a nice crowd. It's going to be a little boost, so we're just going to enjoy the moment and prepare as best as we can.
Yeah, I remember watching your conversation earlier in the previous lobby that you guys did the other day, and you were saying you felt at least pretty good as far as jet lag and tiredness and stuff like that was concerned. Is that like all out of the system? We also sort of heard Cadian's been feeling a bit under the weather. Is everyone feeling pretty good now that we're getting, you know, a few days into the tournament?
Kind of. Funnily enough, the jet lag here was fixed early on, but now it seems to be unfixing. It's kind of like we're going the reverse, but the way we deal with things, we try to do the best with what we can. We're very realistic, so we're going to make the best of the situation that we have. But be it jet lag, be it sickness, we understand where we are, meet each other halfway, and do what we can. So we're going to be good.
Well, this may be Skulls' second IEM, but I can assure you that him and Team Liquid are out here trying to give us a show for our money. Welcome back, IEM. That stands for the Intel Extreme Masters, which is exactly what you've tuned into at a very opportune time. After map 1, a turbulent time there for Liquid, they turn it right around and send us into what will be Mirage. Of course, Yanko, Elfish Guy here with me to kind of walk you into everything that just transpired.
I think that final shot of Carrigan in his chair, sort of dejected, really kind of tells the story of the game to some extent, right? I mean, he had a stinker, but it doesn't necessarily have to matter all that much or all the time. But Liquid was really targeting that B bomb site in the second half, right? And you felt like if maybe they could have just gotten a little bit more out of him and Rain, they would have been able to close it out 2-0.
Yeah, him and Rain, that was a troublesome problem.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's a tale of two sides, really, isn't it, right? You've got the two Danish IGLs. They're kind of the two guys that like to hype the crowd up, have a bit of fun, do what they do. One of them's coming in here really hungry, really hyped up, really excited, really ready to go. That's Cadian. And then on the other side of the coin, obviously, you have to talk about Carrigan and how he's having a pretty rough day today. On Nuke, it wasn't quite going too well. Here on Anubis, it got worse, but yeah, Cadian, I guess, is the man of the moment, isn't he?
Absolutely. I think that can go without saying. You know, you look at his impact here, and it goes for the entirety of this map. I think without him, there's going to be even bigger problems for Liquid.
I think it's from this round, right? In the first half, round 10, that got Liquid a couple of rounds. You can see in the second part of that first half, he got most of his really kills. And that's what propelled Liquid to end strong and get 5 on the CT side, and it was just enough to close it out in the second half.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, for Cadian, you know, this is what you want to see from Cadian. This is what you need if you're Liquid.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, look, obviously, he's going to be someone that's going to be highlighted. He's got a lot of responsibility within this team. He's AWPing, he's in-game leading, he's, you know, just generally kind of being the leader behind the team as well. And obviously, he's being the guy that's interacting with the crowd, doing all of those things as well. So he's got a lot of responsibility within this team. And I think you wouldn't necessarily begrudge him if he had a bit of a slower game here and there. You've got a lot of stars within this roster that could step up. But it's definitely good as far as signs are concerned for him to be having that kind of an impact. And again, we're hoping that that's going to continue into map 3, because actually the way things are looking, I mean, this might still be winnable for Team Liquid now.
Yeah. You buying into that, Yanko?
I think it's definitely possible, right? We'll have to wait and see. At the start of this game, it looked like it was going to be more of the same, right? We had that frozen round that happened, the 2v4 from FaZe. Again, you're thinking, how many of these is Liquid going to throw away? But they needed some rounds of their own like that to be able to close this out. I think the Twists clutch, that was the one that really enabled Team Liquid to stay in this map, because I feel like FaZe runs away with it if they win that particular round.
Let's fly round 16 in there. We were just kind of discussing a little bit, we were kind of touching on the fact that within the regards of the second half of play, we already know we have a game on our hands.
Yeah, I think it was, this map could have been expected to be a little bit messy, right? And
this is garbage, by the way. I'm reporting that guy.
That doesn't feel great for you, Kinder, that's for sure. Kerrigan gets caught out now, a couple of good kills from FaZe towards that A bomb site, right? Liquid decides to rotate back. The round is going to slow down, and this is a massive kill from Twist, right? Robs thinks he has the jump on him with the off angle. Nav gets disposed of on the flank, and now in a 2v3 situation really is where Twist is going for this long lurk, right? All the way around the world. Broke even aware of it. If he just had a little bit better timing, he might have gotten both kills there, and then, yeah, with 12 HP, Twist dies, but just buys enough time, and Frozen by a millisecond doesn't get the defuse.
That was damn close. That was very damn close. Now, obviously, in the back end of that, we're talking about a financial disaster for FaZe.
Yeah, a bit of up and down stuff, wasn't it, really? I mean, I think that's the issue with when you're trying to make that comeback happen with the CT side. When you're front running on T side, you've got everything working for you. Anubis obviously a T-sided map. Economy's going your way. The rounds feel a little bit easier, and ultimately it just becomes a little bit too much for FaZe. And to be quite honest, I don't know if FaZe necessarily gets as close as they did, if not for Brokey having some heroic moments as well with that AWP. So you could have even potentially seen a little bit more of a one-sided game out here for Team Liquid going through to map 3.
If he doesn't get the 3K, you know, in the sight, on the push, through the smokes and all that nonsense, this might as well have been packed up and went to map 3 early.
Yeah, it's been chaos, you know, towards the tail end of that game, and we were talking about how FaZe tried to punish Liquid and test them on some of their weaker maps, and Liquid didn't budge. They still went with Anubis and just managed to eke out a win, and that's all they needed to do, right? They stayed alive, and now we have Mirage coming up.
Mirage, yes. And I'm not going to say Mirage H1. Oh, well, I guess the internet's forever. Anyway, point being, Mirage is a decider. There was a real chance we didn't make it this far, Jordan. So now what's your diagnosis?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a map that FaZe are very, very comfortable with, so I'm not necessarily too concerned about how they're going to be feeling going into this map. I'm sure they would have loved to have gotten it done 2-0, but end of the day, this is still FaZe. This is FaZe playing on the stage.
stage, especially with a Brokey, who today is looking very, very good. He's had 2 really good back-to-back maps, so if we do get that little bit of a lift maybe out of Carrigan at least, I don't think you can expect him to go 3 frags for an entire map again. I'm still backing FaZe to close this series out, but I have to say I'm really impressed that Team Liquid have made it as close as they have. Again, like I said, prior to that map, they've exceeded my expectations, so whatever they get done from here is a fantastic result as far as I'm concerned.
Also, if you go back to that pre-match interview with the coaches, right, Neo says they weren't quite expecting Mirage that was going to be in there, so what is their level of preparation? I was speculating they might just have a whole game plan around the fact that Kinder is super aggressive on Cat on the CT side, right? So the B side is a little bit more isolated. And yeah, what does Cadian do with the game that Carrigan has been having so far, or the series? He's the B anchor. So do we see Team Liquid maybe put a little bit more focus there early on, or just apply pressure to cause the rotations from FaZe over to B?
Again, about dictating the fights and taking them where you want them on your own terms. That's how you win those fights. Now, speaking of winning a fight, that was what happened in the second map. Liquid went ahead and won that one. So, Zeus, what happened?
All right, got the update from Zeus, because when it comes to the interviews in the beginning, like when I talked to Zeus and Neo, we found out that FaZe was kind of surprised that the last map of the day is gonna be Mirage. And apparently Zeus said, like, no, like their goal was not to surprise FaZe, it's just he believes the team can perform really good on this map. So let's see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we can see what happens right here. I also like seeing what happens with Mr. Robin Cool in the server. I just want to go ahead and highlight him just a few seconds here because I feel like he had a lot of impact as well.
Yeah, and the individuals will need to step up, right, on both sides. Why Liquid had such a bad time against Mouse, they were giving away entries every single round. They couldn't get a hold of mid at all, whether it's fighting for it early, whether it's trying to fight for it delayed. Nothing worked for them, so we'll see what the solutions are for this game.
Yeah, look, only thing I'll say to close things out here, Mirage, you got the scalps of Na'Vi and Spirit at the major there for FaZe. That's a tough ask, I think, for Team Liquid.
Yeah, man, you guys have poised quite the picture here. Thank you very much. That means we'd go to a break. We can come back and we can see exactly how this one shapes up. Will it be Team Liquid or will they get evaporated? We'll find out. FaZe looking to keep that 100% final streak alive, and you are watching the Intel Extreme Masters.
Here from the Ticker studio today with your weather across the country. Brizzy is looking warm at 31 degrees with a chance of afternoon showers, so keep those brollies on hand. Turning our attention to Melbourne now, where it is looking cloudy with a chance of Counter-Strike?
Up the centre to try and win it in a 1v5. Chris 3 flick. No. Oh, they're making 1v1 sets. No way. He wants to. Oh, man, does it?
Smokes. You see double smokes in the same place there. Simple just jumping casually into the side. Wait, what was that?
Never miss a play again.
Simple, that's not allowed. This is not FPL. This is a major.
Finally. With Face It Watch, you're in control. Switch between player POVs live and see the game through the eyes of any pro. Never miss a moment with replays. Relive each highlight on demand from all angles. Watch it, control it, face it.
I don't know if that goes with any of my teammates, but Frozen and Brookie. I think they're both very kind and sensitive. I don't know about the romance part, but they're both very artistic on the server. So can I put the same people, or I can switch as well? Or I'll put myself on a rabbit. I think I'm kind. At least I think so myself. Brookie on the horse as well, and I'm gonna put Finn on horse, Kerrigan as well. I think it fits him. I don't know about the anxious part, but I'll put Robs on dog. Trustworthy, honest is pretty good for him. Yeah, I'll put Neo on Snake. I don't think he's jealous, but he's very smart and calculating. So I'm a dog, okay. Enthusiastic and independent at the top. They're all pretty similar. She's a showman, so. All right, sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you ever get jealous?
No, I don't think so. Not that I know of. Not very sensitive. I think you can be very open with him, and yeah, he finds all these new smokes and sees, right? So he's very artistic. Yeah, I don't know how much truth there is to these things, but yeah, he's very independent. He's Slavic after all, so. I think so. I think Philip is a very romantic guy. I get that feeling from him.
It's time for map 3 in this affair between Liquid and FaZe. Some of the biggest teams in the Chinese fandom battling it out in a quarter-final in IEM Chengdu. You couldn't ask for more, and we are getting into our third map. I've got Chad Birchall with me, ex-professional player, giving us those insights, and I'd love to pick your brain about what happens here. Mirage, one of the only maps in that grand final. FaZe looked indomitable. Is there something to be looking forward to? Is there something expectation here? Do we think FaZe have got the edge?
I think the gloves need to come off right here, right now. Rain looking out of sorts, Carrigan nowhere to be found. Both teams have shown that they're stars. They're in form. We've had some clutches, we've had some multi-kills, we've had the moments, and to settle things on Mirage, map number 3, FaZe looking for an opportunity to tussle with Astralis again after that group stage drubbing. And Malkadian, he's got a score to settle with Stown and Yabby.
Yeah, I mean, both sound appetizing. I'll be honest, both sound appetizing. There is definitely, everyone loves a grudge match, one way or the other.
We can only have one of the two. Well, let's find out. Pistol round underway. FaZe direct with an A execute.
Oh, they're just coming. Skulls has been rocked by the Glock. Here comes Rain. Cadian, no one's checking for Cadian. He could have had more there. Skulls does contribute, and so does Naf. Bomb plant's huge. Brokey gets it down. There shouldn't be a way to close out this round, and Twist confirms it. Thank you very much. Defuse coming through, covered by Naf, and that's practically textbook.
You just have to look at this Liquid story. Roster comes together, you get very excited. You have names like Twists, Naf, Yakinda, then you got Cadian as the in-game leader, Orping, what he was able to achieve with Heroic, their proactive style, never stopping, doing it under the language of English, bringing in Skulls as the final piece, a promising player of Pain Gaming. You piece it all together and it starts as a bit of a flop. The team, they've stuck to it. They've come to Chengdu. They've been able to pick up a big scalp in the group stage against G2 to lock themselves in for the playoffs. Tussling with a force fire.
Yeah, whoa, and it's gone horribly wrong. This is too easy. FaZe have gotten all the frags they need bar one, but now flies in the server, down after 2. Second round conversion, and in convincing fashion.
Wanted to fight fire with fire there, didn't they? They knew that they'd given away the plan. The Galils were always going to come out into the second round, and they've just biffed. So that is them being quite stubborn, backing their firepower against FaZe's. And it's frozen with a double. Rain grabs one, drops Pixie's timing, and Naf just has to be finished off. Brokey finding some fire. In the interviews, doesn't say a lot, but in the server, I'll tell you one thing. He's got a mouth on him.
Oh yeah, for sure. They say actions speak louder than words. Well, Brokey, he has been most definitely the action man for FaZe Clan.
Some moments on the pistols for Liquid. A couple of zingers out of Twists, Naf on the Tech 9. This is a very heavy clamp down on middle. 2 towards short, 2 towards con, smoked off towards window is Cadian for now.
Easy find for Rain. Oh, he's going to make it a multi. Can't track him. That was the whole magazine. A mag dump from Yakinda. Oh, a dink for long range, puts Carrigan low, but they'll keep 5 alive. So, regardless of your celebrations and regardless of your CT pistol, now FaZe Clan have immediately made a statement of intent. Through the second round and now taking out the force fire. These 2 rounds, they're going to be flowing.
Come first gun round, I'm not sure if there's even going to be an AWP available for Cadian.
Yeah, true. And actually already 3 frags from Carrigan.
Yeah, which is a good change, right? 12 kills so far over the series. That's 53 rounds we've had played. And again, he's not the man we turn to be lighting up the server, but he did have good form within the group stage. Now, Lined up with some pesky USP spam is Rain. Carrigan popping a whiff as well as the bomb goes down and completely outmaneuvered a Team Liquid. Kills can be important. $300, that's the difference between, you know, HE and a smoke and maybe just a smoke.
Hello?
Love tap, we call those.
This is a love zap. Not to me. Oh, very nice shooting. A lot of love in here for FaZe Clan. Can they do their fans proud? Well, Carrigan from a frag every 4 rounds, he's averaging a frag a round. This is what you need to see for a convincing one. And that's convincing once more. Rain. He welcomes these mid-engagements. Now, Skulls has got an awful lot on his plate here. He's about to be mollied. Smoke required. Beautiful utility. They now know where he is. He will get away from the nade. But the problems, they're going to continue. Flash and go. Carrigan swings to confirm space. Oh, they clear it. It cost Twist his life. Bomb down planted. It's up to Frozen. Oh, hang on! They line up. A team kill as well. 2 on 2. Rob's taking Brokey down. Rob's as well very low from the spray. It's interesting if Skulls can find him. He's hidden towards the default side, towards Ninja, and he still strikes.
No chance for Yakinda.
No siree, especially now. God, 1 bullet would have done it. Now he's just got to get out. And Robs! Doesn't matter about the low HP. He leaves with 3.
I think when your space maker of Rain is finding an entry mid and then Carrigan over towards A as part of that assault also finds a way in, that's huge. Right? That was one of the problems that I was looking at for the T side. Even though they managed 7 on Anubis, oh, look at the fire from Brokey. This is it, right? This is FaZe. We're talking 7 grand finals across the course of CS2. You would hate to have that streak be broken now, especially with the success they found in China at CIC late last year.
Yeah.
They came into the series today, they're world #1, they're favorites against Liquid. Well, they've definitely been shaken. Pushed to the limits, tested. Now in the lead. Have to be another Team Liquid light investment. We're just going through the paces. Keep an eye on the prize. Don't allow Liquid to get back into the game by giving over any of these gimmies.
Yeah, I mean, when Nuke and Mirage are in the map pool, there's a reason FaZe have made every final. They just have such tenacity. Very hard team to put away. For Liquid now, they're just looking for damage. There's a whole lot of money. Oh, and a whole lot of skill in the server. Rain has taken down now full blind. Sublime. Trying to keep the FaZe finances humble, but this is already looking too good. Too good. Has he got another here? Yo! Rain delivering some pinpoint precise AK work. And where does that leave you? It leaves you pushing ramp as the bomb comes up con.
They say either side, they are.
They've sold it. They've sold this so well.
Rain and Frozen on B, Carrigan and Rob's investigating A. They're calling B clear. It's like, boys, maybe you should come back. The other side, we don't know what's home, but
in the meantime,
yes, Robs floats back. He could be thinking himself, okay, never mind. He's gonna make it up cat. Carrigan will sweep. Frozen can now worry about B apartments. That's the only real gap that's manifested throughout all of this little expedition in round #6. And you would hate for this series just to peter out.
I suspect, though, that this might be petering out. I think Peter's on his way. He's called the cab.
He paid Paul
Yeah.
The Chinese fans did what FaZe did. They conserved their energy.
Precisely.
When nothing's happening, they're chill.
It's an amazing contrast, isn't it?
I don't think the people at home will quite believe us, but when the game ends, it becomes dead silent.
Dead silent.
They're saving it for the game. Well, Twist, you saved an MP9. Guess you better use it.
Yeah. Oh, even like averted his crosshair just before he came back.
I think Rain's found at least 3 opening exchanges in his favor now.
So.
So again, if he is going to continue to find so much space over towards middle, selling fakes, taking connector control, it's a huge boon for FaZe. Right now, for him, it feels like every decision he makes is perfect.
They've hit the double AWP button. It does mean that Nav will be in prime position. But with Brokey supporting Frozen, there may be a flashbang to avert him. He's actually hiding out, waiting for the timing. Now he's spotted, still gets it! That's a big one from Nav. Carrigan's found a huge gap. Oh, the timing, the destruction, the spray from Rain in combination. Oh, they got nothing here, Liquid. Outclassed. Doesn't even matter if you get the opening. The jig is up, and now they press tab and they go, wait. That was an AWP on Nav. Cadian's still alive. Let's take it all away.
7 kills in 5 rounds so far for Liquid.
Carrigan found a huge gap there. And Robs, let's see Cadian's flicks here. Yeah, that's nice. There's no denying that. Crouch is under the line of fire. He actually chooses to become forward. Oh dear, he's a dead man. He's a dead man. Rain secures it. Rain and Carrigan, you said they were absentees. Now it's like, oh, this is home turf.
The amount of space that they're able to garner with ease is insane at the moment. They're having no issues whatsoever. Opening comes in, sure, Naf's under a lot of pressure.
Oh, didn't see that.
Carrigan was already in the back line, so then with twist rotation, Rain covers them off through connector. And yeah, you said it was nice from Cadian, but he's just trying to hold on to the AWP. Second tactical timeout, Zeus gonna be scrambling now to find a solution.
I don't even know if there is one.
They might have to go for a Hero M4 at the moment, because Twists has 6K. He had that saved MP9. Well, might be more than a Hero M4. Okay, so Twist has dropped an AWP to Cadian, receives a rifle for his troubles. Yakinda can buy one. Skulls and Nafs, the sight anchors can work with MP9s or FAMASs. Oh, they're actually going to get they're actually going to get M4s almost across the board. It's just Naf with the FAMAS. This means they're very light on with util. Couple of smokes, one incendiary, flashes. They have to fight.
Yeah, but Rain's expecting this. Flashed off of the line. Yakinda, he's ready, and a bit of a missed spray there from Rain. He committed to it, it costs him. Carrigan, he's got a gap here. This time he's got an AWP to the belly.
They put a lid on Rain and Carrigan. Now it is the star trio. Those two, their entire job is to open up the map to allow these three to play.
And play they shall. A quick, decisive maneuver towards B. Only one here so far, it's Naf. He has got a smoke grenade. He's actually got the HE in his hands. It's a bit late now. Oh, Naf, oh, Naf. Trouble brewing, good tracking. He'll take down Frozen. Brokey, an audible descent. So much pressure.